Hello, and welcome to another Writerly Witterings. And before I continue, a quick point about these TWSBI Go's, which I personally love because they're so quick and easy to use. But one thing you have to bear in mind is that occasionally, after you've used it a few times, the knob on the end here comes unscrewed. And the reason why it's a bit difficult and irritating, well, not irritating, but it's just a bit of a pain, is that it's got a reverse thread on it. So don't be like me and spend ages and try to tighten it the wrong way, because if you tighten it and tighten it, it will come off. And you don't want that. So just bear in mind, got a reverse thread on that. If it does come off, you have to try to unscrew it to tighten it up. Yeah, that makes sense. Right, having done that, let's get on with some more red inks. So now we'll have a look at the crimson and hope that my daughter's tightened the camera so it doesn't just tilt slowly towards the ground as it did a moment ago. The daughter director even can have slight bloopers. I don't think she'll ever work with me again now. So let's have a look at, wow. Now that again is much darker than I would have expected from a name like Crimson. That's pretty much like the deep dark red, I think. That is a really dark oxblood type. Really strong pigment and quite, well, yes, it is a bit brown, but it's very strong red pigment. I'd say that's sort of as I would have expected deep dark red to be. It's quite an astonishing colour. I like it. Well, it's a suitable replacement for oxblood for me. So let's, just out of interest, let's see what maroon is like. So this one is, oh my word. So the Diamine version of maroon is clearly something that's considerably pinker. Because I would have said that was nearer crimson than the crimson, but still, I suppose if you've got so many different colours, it's difficult to give them all a coherent name, isn't it? Quite interestingly, I think that the maroon is a darker shade of passion red, which I wasn't expecting, I must admit. That is an interesting colour. That's what happens. So that's what happens when you're emptying a pen a little bit too excitedly and all of a sudden you get a splodge of ink on your page. Hey ho. Let's have a try of some classic red and see how this compares. No, that's just a gorgeous deep red. So next, Amaranth. Quite a sort of strong purplish strain to this one. That has got some amazing shading and very good outlining too in places. I rather like that. It's a very different sort of dark pink tone, isn't it? Matador. This is going to be an interesting one. Oh, lovely colour. That's really nice. Very red. And now for some Monaco or Monaco red. Ooh. See, that's another oxblood type. Really rather nice. I like that. Well, that is, I think, a really interesting set of colours, and I wasn't expecting them to be quite such a variety. The Diamine Crimson and the Monaco Red are really quite similar. Crimson's slightly darker. I love this Monaco Red. I'm surprised at that. Very good outlining, really gorgeous shading with this. Diamine Matador and Classic Red are both very red pigmented, whereas the Amaranth is going much more towards a purple, which I didn't expect, and the Maroon is really quite heavily pink. So for my money, if I was looking for a decent red, I'd probably go for Classic Red or Wild Strawberry, the way things are currently. And I'm surprised because I always have used Passion Red and I've loved it, but the Wild Strawberry just has a little bit more orangey punch to the colour. But I have to say, one of the inks I like using most of all is Oxblood, but Monaco Red I think will be winning the stakes rather than Oxblood. I've always liked Oxblood because, as medieval murderers and as a crime writer, something that looks like dried blood is very appealing. But I think Monaco Red looks more like dried blood than Oxblood does. So that's really very interesting indeed to me. Hope that was interesting. Another bunch of reds next week. So, thanks a lot for watching. If you enjoyed that, hit the like button, the subscribe, hit the bell so you're notified when a new video comes out, and any comments or questions, put it in the bottom. And in the meantime, have a look at my Patreon page because there's a load of blog posts there as well. And that's it. My tea's getting cold, so I'm going to finish it. Cheers.